You hear me? Do I have?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
You made it.
That was the easiest one ever.
Right?
Papa Squirrel, did I make it?
Where my glasses at? I can't see. All right, we are live, baby. Let's see if it went live on Facebook.
It says live in 33, 34.
Oh,
we're live.
Oh yeah, I said it to go like.
Squirrel, I did make it. I did. Last week, you know what, Papa Squirrel, I'm going to apologize to you specifically. I am sorry that I couldn't make it last week. Dave, my business partner, came into town because we had to talk to Ingersoll Rand, and we were with them most of the day. We were with Ingersoll Rand from 10 till 4, so we were with them most of the day. But we worked out a deal where we got a rotary screw compressor coming and a complete air system for Garage Insider TV. Bam! So that's where we are. Yep. Cool. So it worked out. And Vince is here. I see Vince is here. And Vince, I'm gonna call you tomorrow about hauling some steel. I got a trailer.
All right, let's we just went live on Facebook. So
okay. And Jim's here too. Damn, the gang's all here.
Jim, do you have a webcam yet? We'll get you on.
He probably wouldn't know how to work it. He's a bit of a card. Tori's here.
All right. All right, people live in Facebook land. This is Plan and Traffic. My name is Louis Lee, and I'm co-host of Plan and Traffic. And we do this every Thursday night. So if you didn't know, now you know.
I'm Lou Santiago, the other host of Playing in Traffic, along with Louis Lee. And I host Carfix on Velocity for you guys who don't know. Other than that, I'm working on some other stuff.
And you're also working on season 7, right?
Yes, we're working on season 7. And Ray, introduce yourself.
Ray Guarino, Motormouth Radio, Long Island, New York, the radio arm of Playing in Traffic.
Yes, sir.
Some kind of tentacle. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. Call it whatever you want.
Right, Jim's watching it on his phone.
Oh, is he?
I got a link on my phone, and it just like opened on my phone immediately.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't, and I couldn't get in here. So I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. My phone's smarter than my computer.
Well, they just updated the app, so I think that might have something to do with it.
It opened right up on the phone.
Damn, that was cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Nice. So I just got a text from Jerome Williams from the Knicks. He used to play for the Knicks.
Okay.
He's a big car nut.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His nickname is Junkyard Dog.
Good name.
JYD.
You know him. You know Jerome Williams, don't you?
I probably do.
I
did meet. It's probably him because I did meet.
The 7-footer.
Yeah, I think I met him.
Yeah,
I met a guy who played ball, and he was a car guy.
Yeah, he played for Toronto, and he played for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Allen Iverson in Georgetown too.
Yeah, it was probably him. Dude, you know me, I'm horrible with names. So as soon as I see him, I'd know. I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm horrible.
Yeah.
So he just he hit me on Instagram, so I sent him the link. So he might pop in. I'll keep my eye out. So that'd be cool if he jumps in. But he has some stuff too, man. He has some cars.
Very cool.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to jump in?
Excellent.
We got Tori. Invite Tori in. So what's Ray? What's good this year? This week? What'd you do this week?
Soul good, man. Soul good. Yeah, we were talking drag strips last week with the guy that runs South Mountain Raceway in PA, in Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania, because he got a lot of the overflow now from Englishtown after they closed up.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was the guy that you were thinking of the other week.
Right. He came on the show last week, and that was pretty good. You know, he's got a great track. He's gave us a lot of great information. Shows up on the website next week. This coming Sunday, it's Steve Magnate. I tried getting him on here, but of course, Steve says I don't have a camera. Well, you've met Steve, I guess, Lou. You've met him in person.
Yeah, I met Steve. I met Steve a few years ago. He was. They were talking to him about going on. I think it was Muscle Car, and I'd seen him in a couple shows and stuff like SEMA and a few things like that. Yeah.
I like Steve. Yeah. He's a great guy, and the thing I love about him is he's such a low tech guy that really knows his stuff. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because I consider myself a low-tech guy in a high-tech world. And he's being forced to use technology that otherwise he wouldn't even think about, you know?
Yeah.
So a cell phone and a computer were like a stretch.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised.
Encyclopedia of knowledge on cars, though, man. He
really absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
In fact, he was going to call in this last weekend, but he was flying into Oregon to some Mopar junkyard. He was doing a junkyard crawl, I guess, to get stuff for the TV show for his they're doing it on Motor Trend on Demand. It's Junkyard Crawl or something like that. I don't know. So I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, he lives for that stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. I want to say that we are sponsored this month by Day Distributors.
Woo!
Distributors. Wait, how do you say it? Distributors.
Is that what he's calling himself now?
Yeah. So he sells Panther. Is it Panther? Yeah, it's Panther, right?
Flowtorch? You're talking about John Day.
John Day. Yep.
That used to be Pathfinder. It used to be Pathfinder lubricants, right?
Yes.
Right.
So that's the company he sells for, but his company is called Day Distributor.
I got it. Okay.
So he's the sponsor this month. So if you need any kind of oil or anything like that, hit the call for action button down at the bottom, and it will give you a link to his website.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Any questions or anything like that, just hit him up.
Thank you, John. We need all the help we can get.
Oh, yeah.
Lou, a question came to me from the listenership and the safety end of the scale that wanted to know, and I actually saw this too. I caught an episode over the last weekend of a Carfix episode. You doing it was one of the Hemi shows, and then you're working on an old pickup truck, and then right after that was All Girls Garage, where they were working on a '67 Grand Prix convertible. Someone's grandmother. They were taking the car out.
Nice car.
Beautiful car. 1 year only for convertible for that car. But the point was, you and then they had each done some drum brake work. And the question is, how come no one wore safety glasses? And why, in a beautiful garage like that, were you using vice grips and screwdrivers on the drum brake, hardware instead of brake tools?
Because they work.
You guys hear me? My headphones weren't working. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you flat out why I don't use the brake tools. I'll tell you flat out. Because I never had them when I learned how to do brakes. So I use vice grips and I use screwdrivers, and I get them done just as fast, and I prefer them.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Okay. No, that's it. Yeah.
It's at the end of the day, it still comes down to personal preference.
Right.
And I've tried using, the funky pliers where one end you can stick it on.
I can't use those, yeah.
And all that crap.
No. Yeah, I use the individual ones, but any idea why the girls were doing that? I mean, I would think.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I don't know. Who knows how they were trained, but yeah, it was just an observation. I said, hey, you know what? I'll ask the question. I'll find out. But
yeah, I don't care for that tool. Mm-hmm. The only tool that I use that's an actual specific brake tool is the the stud that comes through the backing plate with the little round spring over it, with the little like washer.
Oh,
that
you got the anchor pins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you use the cup. The cup tool. That one because it's a serrated cup you to push and twist.
Right. That is the only dedicated brake tool that I have in my toolbox.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick one, that's the one I would pick too.
Yeah, because I can do it faster with a pair of vice grips.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I don't even take off, the bottom spring with the adjuster wheel.
Right.
I don't even take that one off till I get it off the car.
I don't either. You know what?
Pins do the top ones. It comes off. I separate it. Done.
I do the same thing. I take the springs off and the anchors, and I take the 2 shoes with the bottom adjuster off and lay it down, and then just transfer everything over on the bench or on the driveway floor.
And the thing that they should have asked was, how come no one said which is a primary shoe and which is a secondary shoe?
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? I would imagine that the people who asked, they know that, but they would just, you know what it is? It's because it's TV and it's easy to question it. But it was,
Right.
it's a legit question.
No, it is, and it doesn't even bother me. My personal preference is I don't use it.
Okay.
I don't like it, so I don't do it.
Then the next thing that came to me was, in case that was something like that, then they were saying that the eyeglasses would be even more important when you're using screwdrivers because there's more of a chance of a spring flying. I said, yeah, listen, you can get hurt 1,000 different ways doing the stupidest little thing, So
I've never had a spring fly off. Not saying it can't happen.
Now it's going to happen.
I've actually
brought it up.
I've never had one fly off.
Yeah.
Because and I'll tell you why. Because I don't use the screwdriver on the spring by itself. See, what a lot of guys do is they take the screwdriver, the big pin in the middle up top, they get the screwdriver in there, and then they go towards the front of the vehicle to stretch the spring, and then they bring it back. There's nothing holding it. You're relying on the screwdriver to hold it.
Actually, if you use the tool,
a lot of times I have a vice grip on.
If you use the tool it's made for that, it's an arm and it has this weird little foot on it. You put the foot under the spring and turn it.
Right.
As it turns, it lifts the spring up onto the tool.
Right.
And then if you bend the tool, it just slides it gently down that tool.
Right.
So same idea as using the screwdriver.
I actually had a screwdriver. I had a screwdriver that I grinded a notch in. That I used to use for that. The screwdriver since is long gone, and I just never did another.
Yeah, you could make your own version of it, sure. With
and I used that one for years.
It's amazing. Papa Squirrel said he didn't have tools. I know so many people now who don't have or never had drum brake tools, and it's kind of surprising, really.
I never had them either.
Well, when I was working in dealerships and even in the military. In the military, I didn't work on. I never worked on the light side. I never did. I was always in the heavy shop, so I didn't need them. Right. When I was in the dealership, I didn't use them because I didn't have them. But even then, by that time, I had done so many on my own. I had gotten accustomed to using a screwdriver and vice grips.
Right.
That's just what I go to.
Got it. All right. I got to lay this to rest for a second. You have to excuse me for a second so I can solve a computer question for my daughter.
Go.
Be right back.
So everybody on Facebook right now, if you click on, I just posted a link. If you click on that link,
let me see what you're doing. Get behind you.
You don't really need to say anything.
Let me cut him off real quick. All right. If you go to that link, click that link, and it'll bring you over to our site on Crowdcast, and then you can ask questions or you can jump in too. So everybody on Facebook, hit the link. I just posted it in comments.
Oh, is this Bob? Is this Bob from Michigan? It looks like Bob.
Hi, Bob.
No, this isn't Bob. There's another Bob. Okay. I thought it was someone else. I would have been overjoyed if it was. Because Bob builds a really awesome engine. If it is Bob. If it's Bob that I'm thinking of.
Nice.
Oh, damn it. My damn page refreshed, and now I gotta find. There we are. My page refreshed, and I lost it. I lost it on Facebook. I had to go looking for it.
Hey Lou, you had a question. When's the new episodes of Car Fix starting?
I don't know. I can find out though, because next week I'll be down there, so I'll find out and I'll let you know. They usually don't tell me anything, to be quite honest with you guys.
Just to win the show up.
Yeah, I'm not even the last to know because they don't fucking tell me. it'd be one thing if they told me, but they don't even do that. Yeah, they don't even
Just show up and we'll wing it.
It's just the way it is, man.
Amazing. With no communication,
It's scary,
amazing
man.
how things even get done the first
Listen,
place.
we were at SEMA, and they were looking for him. Just like, where's Lou at? He's supposed to be on stage in a few minutes. So we get over there, and they have all his information. I was like, listen, don't call Lou, call me. I'll get him over where he needs to be.
Yeah. I'm just doing my thing.
When he sees something shiny, he comes up missing.
Well, to prevent that, you should send a camera crew. This way they would have had you right there in front of them.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the
Problem solved. You don't need a stage. You need a camera crew.
It's coming. We're working on it.
Jim says, or food.
Shiny things or food. Shiny paint. Hey, Jim, you got to come up to the Stone Age, man, where you can get on here and talk to us.
All right, so excuse me. So
yeah,
I built a set of legs. It was really easy. I built some legs for the pizzeria here, Brooklyn's Pizzeria. I did those. I did those last week. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and score on a meal.
Trade service for food.
Yeah.
I will work for food.
As long as it's good, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as it's good.
Hey, we're going back to the barter system, I'll tell you.
And I got
yeah.
I'm gonna
nothing
do
barter.
I got tomorrow. I'm making a stand. I got to make two stands. I got to make one for the shop in Tennessee and one for the house because I'm tired of putting rear ends on jack stands. So what I'm doing is actually I'm gonna have to get a piece of paper so we can play art class. Art class is important.
Yep.
Pictures are always good.
Pictures are good.
I'm excited. The Facebook Live is working well. Let me jump over to YouTube. If anybody wants to go to Lou Santiago's YouTube page, you can go there and become a member.
All right, here we go. I like, and this is just something I picked up, being that I've made so many tables for welding tables and stuff. What I started doing was I started putting the receiver for a trailer hitch underneath the tabletop. So you take 2-inch tubing and put it in and lock it down. So I'm making a stand. I'm making two stands, but the one I'm making for me here at the house, the receiver will be under the table like it is. But then I'm going to make an arm that comes out. Be like this. It'd be like this. Like this.
Love fabrication.
This is just a crude drawing, but this piece will be extended back so it can go into the receiver like for a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be that's underneath the table, welded to the table. That'll slide into the receiver, and then I can put the rear end here, and this piece here will be a piece of 2-inch tubing, and I'll take on the the receiver on your trailer hitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
That square tube that the ball that everything slides into, it doesn't have a seam in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take 2x2 tubing and slide it in it. So what it does is it allows it to telescope too. So I went to Northern Tool and I bought a 24-inch one and I cut it into 3 pieces. So I have a piece to weld under the table, where I can put the pin in and lock it down, and I drilled 2 holes. If you take that trailer receiver, and I learned this from my neighbor the other day.
What's the table made out of, Lou?
It's my welding table. It's 3/4-inch armored plating.
So you're going to weld that to the table.
The part that would be on
receiver.
your truck that you slide the toe ball into,
Yeah.
that's welded underneath the table.
Okay. Are
But
you
you
going to
want
just
to do this.
are you going to just weld it? Or are you going to do some gusseting to really make it strong?
The one I buy has a big D-shaped plate under it. It's made for, like, if you want to make your own hitch. I will have one next time. I'll show it. It works out really good. But this is where the tubing would slide into. The 2-inch piece would go into this square, right?
Uh-huh.
But what you do, like a lot of people, and I didn't know this till the other day, a lot of people put just a bolt on the side or on the bottom to lock it down. My neighbor Scott, who is a genius, by the way, he said, don't put it on the side. Put the bolt on a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is it pushes it up and it locks it down on 2 walls instead of 1 wall. And it doesn't shake at all. He said, like, if you put it in the bottom, it pushes it up, but it can still move side to side. So he said, if you put it on the corner and you put 2 of them, it'll lock it down and it won't move. So, like, if you start pulling on it, like if you have a vise on it or anything like that, you won't have that problem.
So to put the bolt in the corner, are you gonna cut it
Fabulous
flat?
idea.
So you can drill the hole?
What I already did was I center punched it for 2 holes. I drilled 1/2-inch holes in the square tubing. It's actually 2.5 square.
Mm-hmm.
I drilled that, and then I'll use a piece of plate, weld the plate on there, and that plate will have 2 3/8 nuts. 2 3/8 nuts on it, so I can run in 2 3/8 bolts.
Mm-hmm.
And in that way, that's done. But then I'm making a piece tomorrow that'll look similar to this. And what I'll do is this will be 2-inch tubing. So it'll slide into this one and it'll come out like 6-8 inches.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'll have saddles here that I can lock down.
Yeah.
And then I can put a rear end up on that and narrow them and do all my stuff on the welding table. It'll come out from the welding table, good 6-8 inches. So I can spin it all the way around and lock it down and all that when I do my rear ends.
Nice.
That way.
Save your back too.
Well, but what it does for me, guys, is it frees up space, because now all I have to do is store this piece, because underneath the table is the receiver. It's added away, and I'm good to go.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's nice.
What do you think, Brad?
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
It really is.
And see, with that, when you have that piece, this is the reason why I started making that, putting the receiver underneath the table, was because, you turn it say you bolt a vise to the table. The vise is always in the way. You put something on the damn table, the vise is always in the way.
Not only is it always in the way, it's never where you need it to be.
Exactly.
I know.
What you do is you put the receiver under the table, welded to it. You could put one on each corner if you wanted.
Yeah, you can do multiple, sure.
Right. And then what you could do is you could put the vise on a plate with a piece of 2-inch pipe. You could put everything on there.
True.
You could put the tubing bender on there. And when you stop and think about it, if your welding table is heavy enough, it's anchored. It ain't going to move.
Right. When you have a heavy table, so you'll be fine.
I got a heavy. My table's too heavy.
Right.
It lives there. It's lived there for like 20 years now. It ain't moving.
Yeah, you can't do that if you like some of the guys I've seen that take like an old card table and put a vise on. It ain't working.
No,
you gotta have something. You gotta have Mongo table.
Right.
No, I can't do that.
Exactly.
Right. You break the card
Vince says his
table.
buddy has one for transmissions. I've seen those to put strut tools in. I've seen guys use them even in bicycle shops to mount, to throw a bicycle thing up there, and then they work on the bicycle. They spin it around and do whatever the hell they want.
But those are all. Most of those are round tube.
Yeah.
So the problem you have, for the kind of shit we do, round tube isn't going to work as good.
No, that stuff is light duty. That's
clear. But here's the other thing too. You could still do it with round tube. You have your piece of 2-inch, weld a plate on the front of it, and then you take your tube, stick it on there, and then you have your other tube that telescopes in it, so it actually it'll come out a little further, but then you could spin something 360.
Yeah, the round tube is good if it's light, like a bicycle or something.
Right.
Light duty that you want to spin.
Right.
Yeah. Your stuff has to be fixed. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
got I'm pulling on it. I'm beating on it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not showing it any mercy.
Hey, you could chain the GIMP to it if you want.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you gonna build your brackets and stuff to be able to sell them to fans?
Yeah. When we get the show going, what I got to do, the next batch of brackets I'm going to make, I'm going to have my part numbers etched in them with the laser.
Mm-hmm.
That way, when we start doing the show,
Ooh.
I will be able to. They'll all be online and people can buy them.
Elaborate on that laser technique. How you doing that?
When a laser.
Wait.
Yeah, I know. We saw that last week.
Right there.
We saw that last week.
Nice.
So yeah, my question is, Lou, how are you doing it?
When you send a DXF file or whatever file they read, like the laser that I deal with, they use a DXF file. What I do, I send them a DWG file, and I'll have whatever notes on the DWG file, like the metal thickness, how many I want, that kind of stuff. But what I'll do is I'll have, please etch part number. And then when they load it in there, they'll change the settings. So when it comes to the part number, it'll just etch it. The laser won't cut as deep. It'll just etch it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If you had the ability to do that yourself or if you were sending it out.
No, I have access to 4 lasers and a water jet.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
That's who I do all my laser cut. But I do all my own. I have the ability. I have the full-blown master cam set up. Nice. So I have the ability to do all that. I don't know how to use all the master cam stuff yet.
No, who does?
But I'm gonna really start working on it because then I can make 3D parts.
So when they put the part number on, I'm assuming it's kind of like you see it on new engines. It's like a stippling. It looks just like dots, right? It's like a series of close dots.
I've seen it where it's like a series of dots, and then I've seen it where it's like just written, where it's just each number is a solid line. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
I've seen it both ways.
Yeah.
I don't know which way this laser is going to turn up doing it because I haven't had anything numbered yet. My next batch will be numbered.
Either way, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to get the Lou Santiago logo, the face right next to it, next to the part number.
You're really good.
The garage inside
the beard.
Random approval.
Yeah. Right. Actually, no, just have them insert like hair. Just hair on the side. That's all.
So what parts are you gonna make? Like you gonna make front end parts or?
I'm gonna make all kinds of stuff. 4-link brackets, everything. 4-link brackets, control arms, whatever we use on the show that I build, we'll get a part number. Everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
How are you determining your part number sequencing? Have you thought that out yet, or is it going to be determined?
Ray,
I think of that stuff.
Ray.
Like is a control arm going to be CA XXXXX? So
Ray,
you haven't thought of that?
It's LCA, lower control arm.
Okay, all right. Well, LCA, UCA. Well, that's what I'm saying. I was curious if you thought about that. So you're gonna have like rear LCA, R.
No,
LCA,
that's
R.
trailing arm. TR.
Okay, all right. So you did think it out.
TRA.
There you go. Okay.
I mean, it's for me, and then just the number, and then what I do is I just pick an arbitrary number to start. You know what I mean? Like I might be like I may have a 4-link bracket that's it'll be 4.
Okay.
For 4-link, but then it'll be like 4-2318, and then the next it'll be 2319. I just pick arbitrary numbers and just run it from there.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
There's really no rhyme or reason.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. Doing radio, I learned you ask the obvious questions because someone else is wondering the same thing, and they're just too shy to ask it. So you learn to ask.
I have numbers on all this stuff. Well, I have to have numbers because of the laser.
Yeah. Like a job number or something?
Yeah. But what it's not they don't use job numbers because I put a number on there when they have the file, they know what they know.
Yeah.
So I just have arbitrary numbers. Like my front brackets might have started at 007 and now everything's 00 all the way, whatever.
Right.
And then the rear brackets might be, like I said, 1840, and then it's 1840 whatever. I just picked arbitrary numbers that are far enough apart to where they should never intersect.
Well,
And then, and like Vince said, chicken lights.
Well, even if the
chicken lights will be water jetted.
The thing is, even if the numbers intersect, the suffix, the prefix with the letters will be different, so it will be a different.
Right, and some have prefixes and some don't.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very
it's
good.
just, I mean, there was no rhyme or reason how I numbered them. There really wasn't.
I see that.
It's just, you know.
Louis, you're gonna start like laser etching your leather, like WB wristband 002 wallet. Yeah, you got the logo right.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is
nice.
When I do purses and stuff, I'll put my logo somewhere on there. I can do actually photos and all kind of stuff. It's pretty slick.
Right.
It's nothing that as nice as Papa Squirrel's. They got the big dog laser.
Yeah. Did you get to check out that Paul Cox stuff? His leather work?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while. The guy is definitely someone to be admired.
Yeah,
he's got some skill. Yeah.
Yep.
I took it down at a shop. Damn it! I took it down to the shop. Papa Squirrel sent me probably like a 5x5 square of wood, and I think his laser cut it. But it says my tools told me to ask you if someone could borrow them or something like that. And the tools, it's got a bunch of tools, but the tools are made up to be a middle finger.
You're supposed to put a chain on that and wear it around your neck. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's pretty funny.
Nice.
Oh, it was my tools wanted me to ask you if they could be borrowed. I think that's what it was.
Right.
Never give up your tools.
I'll tell you what, man. My friends, they laugh at me all the time because I won't loan them stuff.
Yeah.
Like, nope. Oh, man, you got two of them, so can't have it.
The problem is 99% of the time doesn't come back.
You know what I started doing years ago? Because I lend tools to very certain people. And I trust them. They're my close friends, and I know that I can trust them. But even so, shit happens. So what I do is I write it down. I make a list. Like, lent TJ, clutch spline tool on this date. And, it sits on the side of the toolbox. And this way, every once in a while, I'll look at that and say, hey, I never got this. Did I get this back? No, I never got it back. Hey, where's my clutch spline tool? And, oh, yeah, man, I've been done with that for months. Well,
my kids don't even ask to borrow nothing because I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
My wife is like, they're your kids. I don't care. They're not getting it because I'll never get it back.
Yeah.
Look, I bought them their stuff. They lose it, break it, then they want to come get my stuff.
Their own fault. Exactly. Yeah, I stopped lending out stuff too, man. I stopped.
Yeah. Did you buy that sander last week, Louis? Did you ever pick up that sander? The belt sander?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. But now I've been online looking at the 2-inch by 72-inch belt sanders.
Yeah.
And they're like $1,500.
What?
But yeah,
that's what we were talking about last week. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to build one for like $300.
I saw some online on how to build one. Yeah, I saw a YouTube video on how to build one.
I've been watching YouTube videos. It's on. I'm about to build one out of an old treadmill.
Yeah, treadmill motor is great. A lot of torque. Yeah.
Yep.
All you need is a motor.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, it's just a series of shafts and pulleys, and
the one I have down in my shop, my neighbor built, and it works. Awesome.
Look, guys are using skateboard wheels.
Yeah,
for the wheels.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, man, $300. Actually, I gave my treadmill to my daughter's boyfriend. I'm about to take it back. So I can take it apart.
He's only hanging clothes on it anyway, so what's the difference?
That's what we were doing.
Of course. Everybody does with it.
What you need to do is find a machine shop, which I know you can find. Get a piece of 4-inch diameter aluminum. Have them drill it, so you can use those as your wheels, because it'll spin better with the bigger wheel. It won't be as fast. because you got to remember the smaller the wheel, that baby's going to hum. You don't need it going crazy. And you want to get the motor. There's 1725 is the
34,
RPM motor.
3450?
34
something, yeah.
It's like 3450 or something like that.
It's 1734, right.
Yeah, you want to get the 34. That's the motor you want to run. You want to run the 34.
You know, I was thinking about this. I even thought of like a nice big caster wheel, like for a toolbox. It's got a nice bearing in it. You can even use that as a roller.
You can do that.
Yeah, but those bearings are slow. They're not high-speed bearings on those casters.
True. Yeah, you may have to change a bearing. It's and then find out that it's not a standard size, and you fuck. You know, that's the way it works in my garage.
My neighbor Scott, he I don't know if he still has them. I think it's gone. But he was an engineer in the textile industry, and they did a roller that actually, after the material was woven and all that, it went through and it kind of flattened it out, like ironed it almost.
Mm.
That was like 6 or 8 feet long. And they had a rubber coating on them.
Mm-hmm.
He used that for the top, and then a regular aluminum one on the bottom.
Mm.
And that's how he did his. And he made one. I'll take a picture of it, but it works like it's awesome.
Nice.
And you can adjust it so the belt. I can take pictures of it so you know how to make the adjusters and all that. I'll send them to you.
Right.
All right. Cool.
Once you see the pictures, you'll be able to make it. And then I'll call it the backbone, the piece that holds the wheels. It's 2x3 1/4-inch wall tubing.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
Yeah. I've been looking at it.
Was the 34? Yeah.
Especially if you have a diagram, something to work off of. It's easy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'll take a bunch of pictures of it.
Yeah.
I'll take a bunch of pictures. Now I'm
Hey,
curious.
has anybody went to the call to action button? Because when I click on it, it takes me to the setup. So I want to see what you guys see.
I don't have call to action. I have ask a question, donate, and people.
Really?
That's what
The
I
only
have.
one that's on Ask a Question is Eugene Moon.
Right. And he just
What's
said,
up,
hey,
Eugene?
guys. He said, hey, guys. Yeah, donate, contribute, amount, okay.
So wait, do I have to do something?
I don't have call to action.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's supposed to be on there. Okay, well, I'm going to put John Day's website in the chat room. So if anybody wants to check out his website.
It was on there for Radiance. I did see it for Radiance.
It was.
Did you?
You're right.
Yeah, I did.
Right. It was.
I did see it for Radiance last month, yes.
Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Where is?
Oop, I did something wrong here. Let me go back.
Yeah, Mike's got the same thing. Question to donate.
Well, guys, hit the donate button.
When in doubt, give money.
Yeah.
Add a few zeros loosely, but very happy.
All right. Did it come up yet? No?
No.
All right. Well, John Day just posted his address, and I was getting ready to do it, but he beat me to it.
Oh, Day Distributing. Yeah, that was what he had before.
Yeah. So everybody go check it out. If you need oils, lubricants, any of that kind of stuff, check him out. He's the man. He's from Canada. And he takes care of all of us.
It's
Hey, Louis, you said-
daydistributing.ca for Canada.
What'd
Hey,
you say,
Louis,
Louis?
did you say you want to do metal?
Do what?
Belt sander?
I didn't hear what you said. You broke up.
You want to do metal or
Yeah.
wood or?
Metal. Yeah.
Hold
I'm
on.
probably going to go with a tubing, 2-inch tubing probably.
Hold on, I'm looking for something. Just hold on a second.
Man, I was watching a YouTube guy, man. This kid, he's young, man, but he put together a monster.
Yeah.
It tilts sideways. You can sand sideways, upside down, all kind of stuff.
Well, you build it, then you use Lou's underbench mount and mount it on there, and yeah, you could be doing it on a 45 and 30-degree angle, whatever the hell you want to do. 45, get crazy, do it upside down.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Whatever you got to do is right.
Well, $1,500 was too expensive.
Oh,
Yeah, we were talking about that last week. There's and that's the lower end stuff. That's the homeowner or light hobbyist grade, they call it, right?
No,
jump
man.
up, man.
Have you ever got anything from Grizzly?
I've
No.
heard of them. I haven't bought anything from them. No.
I've bought stuff from them in the past. As a matter of fact, this is their 16 catalog.
Ooh, nice.
And
What do they sell? What's the product line?
they sell woodworking stuff and they sell metalworking stuff. And they have I know they have belt sanders in here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I want to build it so I can say I built it.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
you could look at, I could send you some pictures and you can get and you can get ideas. And they make horizontal ones as well as vertical ones. So you can get an idea of what you want to do. That's why I was asking.
Well, send me pictures too, because I want to build one. I want to build one also.
I'm gonna. What I'll do is I'll send you pictures of the one that Scott made for me.
Yeah.
And I'll take some pictures of the ones in here. I actually have one of their horizontal ones.
Oh yeah.
It's a 6-inch wide belt, 72-inch long, and I got it. I got it cheap. That's why I got it.
And that lays horizontal, huh?
I wanted a horizontal belt. I have a vertical belt, but I wanted a horizontal because the table's like 3 feet long, and you can do brackets easier instead of holding it like this.
Right.
You can lay it on the table and you can turn it. But they have disc sanders. They have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
274.
I just got to start with something. Anything will be better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
All right,
I bought
the one that
I bought the sander with the little side sander.
The flat disc, right? Use the stick on the disc pads. They never stay on for me. They never stay on.
Yeah, they fly off, hit you in the head, stick to your cap.
Yeah.
See, they sell the sandpapers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They sell. I mean, they sell all that. That's why I'm saying you may want to go online and look them up because they have.
Yeah. There's so many different types of sandpapers. There's as many types of papers as there are grits. It's like and grits. Yeah, good grits. Now getting me hungry.
Yeah, we're going to Waffle
I like grits. I got my South Carolina grit. I got my Charleston grits upstairs. My niece sends them to me. I got like 4 bags in stock. Good stuff.
So everybody in Facebook.
Metal sanders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a robotic arm.
They have that.
Nice.
But that's not the one that I'm looking for.
Hey, our Facebook people, make sure you like our Facebook page so you can get notified when we go live. And we're scheduling some guests from different companies and celebrities on the show. Not next week, but the week after, because Lou will be in Tampa next week. But the week after, we will have somebody on, and we'll let you know.
All right, here you go. Here's this one's it's a 110 volt. It is a 2 horsepower. It's 3450 RPM, and it's reversible with a 5/8 shaft. Right, 5/8 shaft. 5/8 shaft. $269 for the motor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The motor's the most expensive part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's, and it's got a 1-year warranty on it.
That may be Chinesium, but some of that stuff is okay.
I mean, but hell,
They do know how to make electric stuff, so that's okay.
A lot of people not China, but their stuff has gotten better. You know what I mean?
It depends where it comes from. Some of the electric, they do know how to make electrics. I mean, every phone charger, all your phone stuff is all Chinesium, so some of it is good.
I'm on our website right now.
Yeah, but they're they got a bunch of stuff, man, and I've seen their stuff in shops like Cecil, the landlord of Brenton Hercules Motor Car Company. All of his woodworking stuff is Grizzly, and he's had it in there, pretty much since the 70s. He started in 78. He said he's had stuff in there, 30 years, and he's never had a problem with it. And I've got a sander that one's a little big. This is the sander. I have this one in my shop.
Oh, it is a horizontal
Oh,
one. Yeah.
nice.
Right.
Oh, that's sweet.
This is what I have in the shop.
Nice.
And I also have they have a 12-inch disc sander. Now, I will say this, the 12-inch disc sander, I don't care for it because the engine, the motor, I mean, is underpowered. It's a 1725, and it's like a horse and a half. I want to change the motor out and put something with a little bit more oomph to it. I need more horsepower because I can stick a piece of steel on there and stop it.
Yeah.
It doesn't want, you know what I mean? It doesn't.
It's like, your typical bench grinder usually got a wheel on one side and a Y wheel on the other. I can stop those things all the time. I do. I upped it to like a Baldor. It's, I think, a 1 3/4 horsepower motor. And this freaking thing will kill me before I'll stop it.
Right.
But that's what you need, because sometimes you got to lean into something or really get some oomph.
See, this is the one. This is the one I have, and it has it's a 1 horsepower. The one that I have, it's 1 horsepower. That's the one I have now.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have this one that's got a little bit more ass to it, and that one's got and dude, this one, $175.
Wow, that's great.
This one here, $105. But this one is it's a heavier duty one.
It's probably appreciably bigger.
It's a 9.5. It's a 9.5 amp. It's 1725 is the RPM. But see, the other thing is too about this one. See that you can turn the deck. You can tilt the table and all that. So that's cool. And then they even have. When I bought mine, they didn't have that up. They didn't have the one where the deck went down.
That way you can get the salami and the provolone on that nice 45 angle that you like.
Exactly.
That's how I like it. Yeah.
And then they do a 15-inch.
Oh man.
And they also do a 20-inch.
Mingya. Mama Luke.
And the 20-inch is $1,300.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, that's a very specific, a very purpose-built piece.
And the 20-inch has a brake.
Nice.
Now, I'll tell you, like they have one of these. They have a 20. It's a 20 or a 24 at Brenton. And the thing I don't like about it, you turn it off, and that thing runs for 20 minutes after you turn it off. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because see, my thing is this: what if you're using it and you get your fingers in there? You can't stop it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? You're jamming stuff in there trying to stop this thing. And it's just a pain in the ass. So I wouldn't want to take the chance. But they have here's the combo one that you were talking about earlier.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
6-inch, yeah.
Nice.
That's why I'm saying, man. I mean, I would try these guys. Here's one where we can put like a buffing wheel on it as well as the belt.
Oh yeah. That's a dual shaft.
Yeah. I'm telling man, I've bought some stuff from them. The stuff I've gotten, I've never had a problem with.
We had a woodworker's warehouse up here years ago, and I'm not a woodworker specifically, but I went in there because I needed a set of Forstner bits to make a flat bottom hole. Mm-hmm. And I was like, my God, this place is like Candyland. I mean, the tools and supplies. I wanted to become a woodworker.
Wow. Dude, here, check this out.
What's their website, Lou? Mike wants to know what the web address is.
37-inch wide belt sander.
36 inches, 37. Wow.
It's
Grizzly.com with 2 Z's.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll type it. I'll put it in the thing.
There's 2 Z's in it. I'm trying to find this kid's one he built, man. This dude hooked it up.
Just use a Honda Civic motor. Just
there it is.
Yeah. Weed whacker motor.
And guys, they got everything. I mean, they sell some name brand stuff like the mills. They sell some mills and lathes at the South Bends, but they have a metalworking section where they sell,
Oh yeah, all in one machine. Yeah.
They sell.
Looks like a shopsmith.
Here's a South Bend grinder.
Yeah. I wonder if they compare their stuff to Shopsmith, because that's a very popular brand for the all-in-one stuff.
Hey Lou, you would?
I don't know. They have shrinker stretchers, English wheels, planishing hammers.
Oh yeah, the whole Megillah.
Yeah, they got like their own Beverly shear. You know, 81-inch pan brake.
Nice. That takes some space.
Yeah, well,
That's why I don't have that.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they got a heavy duty ring roller.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I mean, they got a bunch of tools.
Yeah. Places.
And then they sell stuff like bar clamps for woodworking. They sell all kinds of stuff.
Have to visit that website.
All your carbide cutters for lathes.
Yeah.
They have their own
full steel.
They'll South Bend lathes. All the live centers, the chuck holders. They sell everything you need.
Where are they based out of, Lou?
I think they have a couple of warehouses.
Do they have retail stores, or is it just for trade?
Bellingham, Washington, and Springfield, Missouri.
Okay.
That's where they got 2 warehouses.
hey, Lou, you wouldn't have an extra anvil laying around, would you?
No, I don't. But they're tearing up railroad track and putting railroad track down here by me. I was gonna go see if I couldn't ask find some railroad workers and see if I can't get a couple of drops or something. I was gonna do that. I was definitely gonna do that because I have my dad had an old piece of track. There it is. My dad had
This is the one
track and
What are you gonna do with that, Lou? What would you use it for? For forming?
a small anvil.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gotta be great.
Yeah, small anvil. My dad had a piece, but it broke.
Hey, I got
I
a
mean-
piece. I got a piece of the original National Speedway guardrail, and I'll trade you for a piece of fucking railroad track.
Ray, you ain't gonna do that. I'll get some railroad track.
Okay. No problem making a trade.
I'll get some. I'll find.
Now, this is the Santa that kid built.
Yeah. What's
Young guy.
the frame made out of? Did he make that, or is that something that he repurposed?
Yeah, what he did is he made tubing.
Yeah.
Like this right here is a stock bar,
Yeah.
2x2 bar. And then he welded and made the tubing around it.
It looks like it's factory made. That's a very nice job.
I mean, and it tilts. Like, see the tilt right here?
Yeah. Oh, so it goes
The
side
whole
to
thing
side. Right.
tilts over. Yep. And he's on YouTube, and he shows how he makes the whole thing.
Wow.
His brother milled these rollers.
Need a light on in there?
Plans are available. So I guess that arm up there, that's the tension arm, huh?
Yeah, you pull this to
Right. To release.
drop this down to take the belt
I like
off.
that he's got it mounted on blocks of wood. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, he actually has it on the table now.
Yeah.
But when he took the picture, he was just showing it.
Right.
But this is the adjustment for the wheel. The
Right.
what do you call it?
You could probably even use an automatic
Tracking.
belt tensioner out of a car.
Yeah.
You would have to make it wide enough. The belt has to be wide
Yeah.
enough.
2-inch.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, the bearing would probably be fine because it does move at pretty good RPM.
Oh yeah.
But you
Well,
would
a lot
have
of
to have.
a lot of those tensioners, you can take the tensioner part off. You could put something bigger on it, a bigger pulley.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can use that bearing because, like I said, it is a high speed bearing. It is water resistant too, waterproof. It's a sealed bearing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, that's my project.
Yeah, you got us all involved in this one. I want to do one too. Plus, Jimbo motor for power. I said we take an old KZ1000. Why not? Wow.
I went to the international bike shows last weekend
Oh, you did.
Nice. In Cleveland. Man, they got some nice bikes out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, my friend just sent me pictures of the new Goldwing, and they downsized it. It looks like more like the ST1300. It looks really, really nice. It doesn't
But
look
listen, the hit of the show was the Venture, the Yamaha Venture.
really.
Man, this thing is so nice. It's $28,000 new, but it's a monster.
How's it out?
It was
How's it set up?
Has I don't know what motor it has on it. Hold on.
But it's a bag bike, right? It's a bagger.
Yeah, it looks like a bagger.
All right, so it's
Yeah.
got bags, got a windshield.
Yep. The
Adjustable?
windshield drops down, has
Okay. So I guess it still falls in a sport touring class?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. 28 grand. Eesh. I have a
Oh,
car for that
yeah.
kind of money.
All right. So,
Yeah, Mike's right. Harley's in trouble. My buddy at the Harley shop sent me a few links this week that they're in some deep doo-doo.
All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on.
They're just way out of price range,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy.
The sales were off, Papa Squirrel. They weren't selling. They said the sales figures were way down, probably because they jacked the freaking price. They kept jacking the prices up higher and higher and higher, and you know you got to hit. You hit. Oh yeah, that's sweet. That looks like, look at that rear pipe. That doesn't look like an FLH pipe. Nothing does. That is sweet.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a nice bike.
It looks kind of like a Victory.
I'm already picturing it without the trunk. See, I'd like it without the trunk.
It kind of looks like a Victory.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Big side.
The windshield goes up and down, has heated everything.
The side scoops look BMW. Yeah. Look, the lights on the bottom are right off a Goldwing.
Yeah.
Those are Goldwing lights.
They clearly took stuff that everybody liked. They did their homework.
Yeah, it's a nice bike.
They did.
See, now what's happened, the Japanese bikes are following the Harley trend. I mean, they were with design and with options, but now they're following the price structure, and it's getting crazy. It really is getting absurd. I was telling one of the younger guys, I said, back in the day, like in the 70s, I said, if you rode a motorcycle, if you had literally enough change in your pocket, you could pull to a gas station and ride all night. I said, if you had like $1 or $2 bills and change, you could fill your bike and your buddy's bike and go. Now you go in there, it's like $20. For like, what the hell is this? It's nuts. He couldn't believe it. I said, we used to just ride all night. We, whoever had change, you pull in there, give me some change, give me $1. Bang. Give me a gallon of gas. Off you go. But
them days are gone, buddy.
Yes, they are. Nothing but a memory.
What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, I think Harley just outpriced themselves. They went on brand loyalty and the name, and people bought into it. I have friends who, like I said, they're dyed in the wool. And if I've owned a Harley, I got a project in the garage, but I'm not married to it. They never did anything for me.
Right.
Here's John Day's website.
Yeah, there you go. Raycon 1, Tri-Jet, Tropics. Tropics 2 sounds like a sunscreen. You use it at the beach. Pennzoil.
So check out John. He has some stuff here. Anything you need that need lubrication, except for the sex stuff.
Hey, now I was wondering, some of that stuff that never runs off. It just stays nice and slippery. I've heard about that stuff. Lou told me.
Yep, Lou told me.
Private conversation. I don't want to reveal.
When in doubt, blame me. It's okay.
Yeah. It works. It really does. You say it to someone, and I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, they don't even doubt it. They're like, oh, yeah.
I know. It's crazy.
Hey, John wants to make some. Look at that. Got a product testing. John, you have to do some product testing for like a couple months. Get down with that stuff.
So, me and Lou will be going up to Canada in a couple months. Wait, next month?
I got to get my plane ticket. I got to do that tomorrow.
March?
Yep.
Wow, it could still be cold in Canada in March, huh?
Oh, man, it was last time we were up there.
Yeah, and then we got that damn lake effect snow. I was getting the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Dude, last time we went up there, it was comical. Me and Vinny, you haven't met Vinny. He lives outside of Buffalo in West Seneca. But we're driving back, and all of a sudden the snow starts coming in. I get him to his place. I'm like, get out. He's like, you want to hang? I'm like, no, I'm not hanging out. There's snow coming in, and it's coming from the lake. I'm leaving.
I'm heading south.
They got like 3 feet, and all I did, and guys, all I did was hit the interstate and find one that said south and kept going. I didn't care where it went as long as it was south.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you can get to Tonawanda, you'll be okay.
I got the hell out of there.
Yeah.
One second. Oh, yeah.
Motorama. Nice flyer.
Yeah. So we'll be up there the 9th through the 11th.
Okay, so I'm still looking at the homemade belt sanders here. Well,
I got you hooked, huh?
my brain's running. My brain's running 100 miles an hour. And I will tell you something that might help you guys.
Just let it run at 3450 miles an hour. You'll be fine.
3450. Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
What I'm noticing on these is a lot of these guys have a piece of tubing or, something that telescopes so they can apply tension on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one I'm.
Well, what they're also doing is they're making multiple ends so they can change to do different things. So that whole piece comes out.
Yeah, I see that, but I mean, I don't think you need to do that. Mine doesn't have multiple ends, and I've never had an issue. But a lot of them that I'm looking at, like they'll have they have that horizontal arm, that a lot of them telescope, get the trailer hitch, get the receiver, because then you can use 2x2 tubing and you can make it so it telescopes or, you have adjustment.
That's a great idea for versatility.
Like this one I'm looking at here, it's yellow, and it's three of them, but this guy's got like a piece looks like 1.5 inch square in another piece, and it telescopes. You know what I mean? And
this one,
a lot of them are set up like that.
Wow, that's square.
Right. A lot of them set up like that.
Okay.
And if you do, here's another one where it's the horizontal arm. The horizontal arm holds the two a top and bottom roller.
And that sets the tension.
Yeah, but you can also use a spring to set tension.
Yeah.
But I think what they're using it for more than anything else, Ray, it's so when they replace the belt, they can loosen the vertical arm, push it in, take the belt off, and then they pull it out. And then if like this one I'm looking at,
that one with the big flywheel, that's a triangular setup. That big belt, I guess that's pretty expensive too, huh? Those long belts.
The one I'm looking at is pretty. The belts ain't that bad. They're really not. I'm trying to think.
It was on the left side, Lewis. It was on the left side, up a little more. Let's see. It looked like a primary cover to me for a minute, and then I realized, keep going up. There it is. The one that just came down. The one underneath the one that says 2x72. The one right under it.
All right. Now this wheel is it has a rubber thing on it.
Yeah.
And that's for doing different like knives that have concave.
It looks like it's dimpled.
It also helps grip the paper.
Looks like it's dimple drilled for balancing, like when they balance a flywheel.
May have been.
The motor on that thing is small. Look at the size of that motor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, close that out. Being that you got this up, I'm trying to look for the one that I was looking at. Go back to that page. Because if I can see the one that I was talking about, I'll show you guys. And then that way you'll have an idea. Second row down, the white one. It's
the blue rollers, yeah.
Right next to the one with that one. See how he's got the horizontal? He's got the piece of tubing in it. And I think what they're doing with that, because see, he's got a vertical.
Now, what's with the shoe? Okay, it's got a shoe on the outside of that, but that's what he's actually using as a resting surface.
Yeah.
Yeah. This here there's another tube over there that slides in the table.
Right.
And this here slides in and out, and you pull it tight, and then you clamp it down.
And he also has a vertical for it.
Yeah, you gotta hang that one off the edge, or else that lower belt grinds your table away.
But if you
now, this one here has a spring inside there, so you pull this down to release the tension on the belt.
But see, you only need one. You only need one to hold tension.
Yeah.
You only need one. But if you look at them, a lot of them are like this, and the horizontal telescopes in and out. That's why I'm saying I would. And I mean, I can get it from Northern Tool. They sell these. They're like 20. You can get them 24 inches long, and then you can use 2x2 tubing for your inside piece to do the rest, to base the rest of it off. And you can use 1/4 inch walls to be nice and heavy. It's not going to flex. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, you want it to be rigid. You want it to be
That's
firm.
why I'm saying, and the pieces fit fine because it's it's the trailer hitch. They're made not to move, and then you put
right.
You can actually put the screws, the bolts in the side like I did for the vise and all that, and it's not gonna vibrate. It's not gonna make noise. So if you guys want to do that, I can get those pieces and send them to you so you can build it. So you can build around that. You can make it a vertical if you want. It doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then you can get the sandpaper from Grizzly.
That's a belt drove. He belt drove it off the motor. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people doing that, but that's opportunity for it to slip.
Mm-hmm.
Say if I build one, I'm going to run it straight off the motor.
Mine's straight off the motor. Mine is straight off the motor. Yeah. Yeah. See again the horizontal telescopes. And see, and then he's got a spring. He's got a spring on the top one because he's got that handle there. So he probably pushes it down, gets the belt off,
and the belt comes off.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the frame. It looks like he built that thing out of an old engine stand.
It's 2x2 tubing, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's 1/4 inch wall. Look at the corners; they're rounded.
Yeah.
So it's at least 3/16 1/4 inch wall.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys building them, and everyone has a little bit something different. Yeah. They're all pretty slick.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean I would do the 2x2 guys, and if you want, I can score on them. It's nothing, and then we'll just send it to you. It ain't nothing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
The biggest thing that the only thing I would find out is getting the rollers.
Yeah.
The wheels.
Now there's knife making sites that sell the wheels. You can buy a wheel kit for like $150.
Oh.
Well, like you said, there's different wheels for different applications of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, Ray, you really won't need it if I've never had to change the wheels on mine or nothing. Mine's homemade like these. You'll see when I send you the pictures. I've never had to change the wheels, and I think my wheels are 4-inch diameter.
Yeah,
and that thing works great. The only thing I need to do, mine doesn't have a table. It doesn't have a deck.
Yeah,
I need to make a deck. I just haven't done it because
they were talking about.
Honestly, I've never needed it because I have the horizontal.
Right. They were talking about rubber coated wheels versus aluminum versus nylon, and they have all sorts of different applications. I don't think
that matters too much.
It doesn't matter too much for what I'm doing with it either.
Well, I'm
not
both. I've used aluminum and I've used rubber, and I think the rubber just has a little better grip. But it's only one rubber. You don't need both of them or all three of them. However many you do, I think it helps. I just that's my personal preference. I've used both. I've never really had a problem.
Yeah.
Now, what's nice about those vertical slide ins for the table, they can make jigs and stuff for different things that you do a lot of.
Right.
So you slide a different jig in with a different table. Yeah, they're pretty slick.
Right.
Versatility.
Now, I will say this: the thing that I'm going to make, I'm actually going to buy the plans. Hold on, let me. I'll find it right now. All right, type in homemade power hammer. I'm going to make one of these.
I see guys even make them out of an impact gun. They like
a flashing hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want something that's a little more stroke. I can't afford a Yoda because they're so expensive. I can't afford a Bailey. But there's one here that the guy sells the plans for like $30 where you use a car tire.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've seen that.
Seen that?
Yeah.
I want to make one of them. There's another guy, Desert Hybrids. Go to images, Lewis. Homemade, right there, the second one, homemade power hammers. Images for homemade power hammers. Right on the top row, fourth one in, from the left to the right. See, that's a space saver tire.
Oh yeah. Holy shit! Yeah.
There's a guy who sells plans to one like this. I'm gonna buy they're like $30. I'm gonna buy the plans. I'm gonna make one.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So the tire is rolling off the motor. That's like a friction drive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is there's a plate on each side, and you got to offset it. So if you offset, you can't go in the center. You got to offset it, and that makes the hammer have stroke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they have to use an eccentric.
Aluminum wheel attached to the motor. There's an aluminum wheel attached to the motor,
right?
And that rubs against the tire, and that's what makes it go.
Right. That's the friction drive.
And
they're probably using an eccentric so it goes out around to stroke.
That's exactly what they're doing. I believe the plate is the eccentric.
Yeah. Even that, okay, yeah.
Let's see how that's how I'm going to make one.
Yeah, friction drive.
Yeah, I'm going to make one.
Now, what's the actual hammer ram? What's that? Where do you get that?
I don't know. I don't have all the details on it yet.
You could use like an internal ram out of a cylinder for like a piece of, a hydraulic ram.
I got to find out, Ray, but I'm definitely going to make something. I'm going to make something.
A small grater or something, because it's hardened. You just need just need an end on it.
What I'm gonna do is make one on the show when we start doing the show. I'm gonna make some tools like that. I'm gonna do my fixture table. I'm gonna do a chassis table. I'm gonna build a bunch of that stuff because I need it anyway. And why not build it? I mean, why not do videos on building it all?
Sure. An idea might be to build one first, so you get the bugs worked out of it. So when you build one on camera, it goes right the first time.
That, man, I'm gonna make it. I don't need to. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, that's one of the problems. That's one of the problems with TV anyway. Everyone thinks that you guys make mistakes. No, I make plenty of mistakes. They just don't let us show them.
You're right. Yeah, because they don't want to show that. That's not good TV.
That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? The reality is you make a mistake. If you can show somebody, look, don't make this mistake. It's only, it's helping you. That's how I look at it.
Right. You are right.
John said he'll supply the grease and the cutting oils for us. So there you go. As a matter of fact, I need some cutting oil now.
I'm gonna say I need some too. I just said that.
Do you use the water-based stuff?
I use whatever I can get my hands on. I ain't gonna lie.
Crisco,
Marvel Mystery Oil, STP,
3-in-1,
whatever I got. Whatever I got, I'm using as long as it keeps the bit cool.
Yeah. Kerosene.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
PB Blaster. There's another one. Whatever it takes.
Right. PB&J.
Yeah. Whatever works, man. I don't care.
I'm trying to pull up Jesse James. He had a video the other day.
Yeah.
And his power hammer is big as a Volkswagen.
It's a Yoda. I think his is a double-headed Yoda. Dude, that machine is expensive. I know. I know every video I've seen him using, it's a Yoda. And I don't think he's changed because it's an old one.
Like the head of it is like this big coming out. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
He might have a blacksmithing one also.
That's the one he got when he moved to Texas. The one he had in Long Beach was a smaller one. And he
still has the smaller one.
Okay, I know he sold a lot of that stuff off. I was watching his eBay auctions. He sold off a lot of that equipment. His toolboxes, everything went.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, the stuff he has now is just insanely sinister looking.
Yeah, big.
Yeah. But he's got an old blacksmith.
Because it's slower. It's just like ba-boom, ba-boom.
It's a blacksmith power hammer.
Yeah.
Trying to pull it up. You just posted a video, man. This thing is a beast.
You can probably, if you go, just type in power hammer, Lewis. Don't type in homemade. Just type in power hammer. I think I know what you're talking about.
You may get some interesting images with that search.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oops.
Hey.
I think I know what you're talking about
Yeah, you heard about it once or twice. Yeah.
This model that when I pulled it up, it was right down on the second row down.
Yeah, I think his is bigger than that.
Pull it up.
All right.
It's probably a really old one. What I like about it is he gets some old cool shit.
Yeah.
You know, like supposedly that Yoda power hammer he had has been around since World War One.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be it.
If you go the second row down,
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. Jesus, the size of that freaking thing.
Yeah.
Massive power hammer.
And that's an old power hammer there, man. That thing is old. That's probably like from the 30s. You know, maybe even older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That take care of business, boy.
Wow. Yeah, cast. All cast steel.
I don't even know where you'd find one.
That's when we made shit in this country. You know, we just made stuff to make other stuff, and it didn't matter what. Just make it.
Yeah.
Make the tools that make the tools.
If I can get us a show down there in Texas, you want to go to his place?
Yeah. I'd go.
Is that portable one for 129?
You and him don't have beef?
I've never met him.
Oh, really?
I've never met him.
I met him long time ago.
I've never met him. Yeah. I'd like to learn blacksmithing. That's one of the things when I get my shop put together, I'm gonna build a forge and all that.
Yeah, he went and took some classes overseas somewhere.
I think it was in Germany.
Yeah,
there's Europe still has blacksmiths that are kick ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when my dad worked at Grand Iron Works, there was a Czechoslovakian guy, and he was like the blacksmith for all the Grand Iron Works, and he made like all the chisels, all the punches, I got probably 10 or 15 of them in my toolbox that were my dad's.
Wow.
And they're vintage, and I use them all the time. They work great. Yeah, I'd love to learn that. I'd love to learn how to do that, man. I think it's cool. I've always liked it. So I'm gonna learn.
Yeah, me too.
Just hot. It's really hot.
It is, but unless you're doing it for a living, I mean, the occasional time you use.
Because now even with the forges, you got to go coal forge, wood forge. A lot of guys use gas. They do gas stuff.
They use propane.
Yeah.
That one behind them, that's a Yoda.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's to the left.
Yeah, that's his frame table he's working on right there.
Yeah, that's his frame table. Yeah, but that's a Yoda, and then there's those are both Yodas.
Jeez,
those are both Yoda power hammers, and they're double heads.
Man,
I can't tell by the one on the right. I think it's a double head, though. You really can't get a good. I can't see it.
That'll crack your walnuts for you.
Yeah, they're both double-headed power hammers. And them Yodas,
I think this is the guy that he's
the apprentice with.
Apprentice, yeah.
Yuri Hoffy.
Sounds right.
Yeah, look at all the pliers up against the wall and all the hammers.
Yeah.
Hey Lou, I've been snatching up hammers, but I don't have nobody around here that does the handles. You said you got a guy that does handles?
There's a flea market here that I'll see if the guy was old. If he's still alive, I can get handles. Yeah, just keep getting them. We'll get them. We'll get handles. If not, I'll talk to Scott and learn how to make them. My name, dude. I didn't show you guys. Do I have it on my phone?
Get some oak or hickory.
I might have it on my phone.
What's up, Vince?
Hold on.
Vince said right. That was in Israel, not Germany. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, look at his equipment behind him. Look.
Yeah. That's big. That's big stuff, man. That's a power hammer he's using there. That the one behind him is one of the big power hammers, like we were looking at.
It's like he's in a B-52 factory from 1954 or something.
That's probably where he bought a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
From an old factory like that.
So my neighbor Scott, you'll love this. He needed to make an axe handle and he couldn't find one, right? So what's he do? He made a bunch.
Looks like multiples. Yeah.
He made
What
a
do you
bunch.
make them out of?
Huh?
What do you make them out of?
Hickory?
Hickory.
Wait, show it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made a bunch of, and then this axe, that axe, he found that axe outside, so he cleaned it up and painted it, made a handle for it. That's what he needed the handle for. He had no handle for it, so he made like 20 handles.
Well, when you're on a roll.
Yeah, if you know nobody has them, you might as well make them yourself.
And he used the belt sander that he made, the 2-inch belt sander to do the final work on it.
Yeah.
He's a mess.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to set something up so we can go to a shop. That'd be a good filming trip.
He probably won't want to film.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I bet you he would.
You think so?
Yeah. Yep. Because we'll go down there and look at his equipment. We'll go down and not do car stuff. We'll look at his tools.
I would love to learn some blacksmithing, man. I just think that's. I want to learn it. I just think it's cool. I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the metal shaping I've done was on heavy equipment where it's heavy and you need a torch and you got to bend it, shit like that. That's what I've always liked doing that. To me, that's just cool. John Day has an axe handle by his bed in case he runs into trouble.
He was not Vegas.
They don't do guns.
Yeah.
And Tori posted a link.
Yeah, hickory hammer handles.
Yeah, hickory hammer handles.
JB Tool Sales.
There you go.
All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, there you go. I'll check. I gotta go to the flea market anyway and see if the old man is there. If he's got them, I can get a bunch of them. We'll just get them. Just keep getting hammerheads. I mean, that's all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Where are you finding the hammerheads, Louis? Where are you finding them?
At antique stores and secondhand stores.
Like peen type, ball peen type.
Yeah. I've been trying to get blacksmith tools. If I see them, I'll try to buy them.
You need that the square body with the pointy end, the chisel end.
It's called a cross peen.
Cross peen. Okay, thank you. Wow, look at that engraving, huh?
That's beautiful.
Jesse James.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he's making cutlery now.
Wow.
Home kitchen knives. He's going all out, man.
Dude, he's got mad skills. He really does.
Yeah.
He's got mad skills.
He's shown that he can learn like anything he wants to. Geez, those 45s.
That's gorgeous.
Did you see this Donald Trump gun?
No.
Look at that.
Oh, geez.
Damn it. That's beautiful.
Trump. Wow.
Wait, let me show you the other side of it.
Barrel on that gun. That's Springfield?
No, it's one of his customers.
I heard that he builds.
Yeah.
I heard he's building them.
Listen, he's doing Damascus. He's actually forging the the frame, and then he takes it to a CNC guy and he cuts it all out.
Yeah, I heard he's making them, man.
Yeah, he's building from scratch. I'm trying to find the other side of that gun. It has the 45th president or something on it. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
I don't see it. Hey.
Yeah, we were talking about the Damascus last week. We were talking about how they make that forged in fire.
Yeah, I don't see the other side of that gun,
I'm
man.
surprised
but the whole gun
with the gun they didn't have the other pictures there.
Yeah.
Linked with it.
Oh, it's nice. He brought his engraver that used to do the bikes. He brought him with him. That's who does all his guns.
Yeah, he did all the rocker boxes. Down in the other links there, they don't have the other side? I guess not. That's a long barrel, man. That's got to shoot nice.
Man.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. Here's the other side. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah, 45th president. Do you know if he planned on presenting that to
I'm not sure.
Not? Yeah, he's got the ducktail in the back, ducktail safety in the back. It's 1911 style. Got the crossbar
I don't
safety.
see why he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure. There's going to be he's going to have to get clearance and all that. But I mean, I don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't see why he couldn't do it.
beautiful presentation piece.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Yep.
That's fucking
Wait,
gorgeous.
is that the sun holding it? Yeah. Look, the sun's holding it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That might have been how we got it to him. That might have been how we got it to him. It's still gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go to his place, man. I'm gonna set it up.
I heard
I'm trying to get us a.
I heard he's building ARs too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of his right here. Wait a minute, where'd it go?
And like Vince said, the high bar in 308, he builds those too. He builds whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, see that's his company right here.
Okay.
Jesse James Firearms Unlimited. And that's all his guns back there.
Got you.
But he's actually doing the handguns, the 1911s. He's doing the Damascus. I forget how many folds he does, but then he takes it to. I watched a video. He takes it to his CNC guy and he cuts them all out, and then he puts them together.
Damn.
Yeah, he ain't joking around, man.
It's gorgeous. That's beautiful.
He's the man. Yeah, if I can get us a car show down there, we'll go to his place.
Wow,
that's cool.
You'll be coming back a little heavy, I'm sure.
A couple slides, some triggers.
Don't mind this bag.
That's nice.
Wow.
Well, fellas, it is 10:30 almost.
Yeah. Time to jet.
I gotta cut it out. So, Lou, you'll be out of town next week.
Yes.
You know what I was thinking? To have Jared back on, because Jared came on when you wasn't on. You didn't come on.
Yeah.
So, if I set something up, maybe you two can come on down there.
We can do it. Not a problem.
All right, I'll try to set it up.
Yeah.
So next week we'll have a special guest, Jared.
Yeah, set it up. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Not a problem.
Well, everybody on Facebook, thank you for checking us out. And we're going to sign off. My name is Louis Lee from All Ends Magazine and All Ends Media and Lee Custom Leather.
Cool. Lou Santiago,
come,
Car Fix, Planning Traffic, Garage and Set of TV.
Greg Guarino, Motormouth Radio. Check us out Sunday for Steve Magnante.
Cool. I might listen
Live.
in.
all right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, later, fellas.
Hi, boys.
Guys.
See ya.
I forgot how to get out of here. How do I do this? Right there.